What's the holdup? It's trespassing.
Pardon?
I don't understand what the holdup is. It's trespassing. I could technically leave and you guys could issue a warrant as long as I don't return. You can kiss my ass. This is
You know what? No. I'm gonna tell you what. You don't come in here. You don't.
Fuck you.
Okay, that's contempt. That's 93. Keep going.
Fuck you.
That's another
Fuck you
93.
again.
That's another 93.
Fucking did.
That's another 93. That's another 93. That's 693s consecutive. Oh, there they are. I'm sorry. Court does call the cases of the people versus Daryl Jarrell.
Conrad Stiller on behalf of Simpson Township.
Ron Bronapig on behalf of Daryl Jarrell, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Daryl Jarrell.
Defense counsel has filed an emergency motion to attempt to purge the contempt in this matter.
You have.
And I first give the floor to my client.
Pardon?
Giving my client the floor.
Your Honor, there's no excuse for what I done, man. I lost my composure and I directed my frustrations at you. I apologize for being disrespectful to you and your court, wasting time, the people. Hopefully you accept my apology and reconsideration of the time you've sentenced me to. Thank you.
Your Honor, we have referred him to our aimed social work division to help him work through in some of the personal issues that he's going through that culminated in his outburst in court. You've been a judge for a very long time, set a very high bar for people as they appear before you. I think we communicate differently. Some people, even though it's socially inappropriate, use profanity, and profanity can be used as an attention getter. And I think it got the court's attention, but he's in need of service.
Oh, he did.
He's in need of services, Your Honor. He's in need of services, and we're trying to sort through a plan to present to the court, if you would accept his humble apology to help him move the cases forward.
Anything from the people?
Well, Your Honor, we were all present for it. I had a chance to review the video. It's actually worse than what the court noted on the record. I'm sure the court has seen the video, but it was worse than what the court noted. I will leave it to the discretion of the court, but if there's going to be a modification or change of the sentence imposed by the court, I would certainly like there to be a plan in place for Mr. Corral. That would be the minimum or would be to alter or change its sentence.
Mr. Jarrell, what was going on with you?
Well, there's a lot of issues that I'm under currently. One, I'm unemployed. I can't obtain a driver's license. Without those, it's hard to provide for yourself. The charges, once we get into it, you'll see that they're frivolous charges. They should have never been brought to the court's attention. They're minute trespassings that aren't even trespassing. I used an easement for one, and the other one should have been dismissed. Just frustrations, man. There's no excuse for what I've done. You wanted an in-depth look. I shared some things. I mean, it falls on me, man.
No, it does.
And he realizes that this case, many other people are watching, and how the court handles it. We're hopeful that others won't use this as an example to act out as well.
Well, but from the very beginning, the one thing that, as Mr. Brown correctly points out, I've been doing this a minute. And, Mr. Jarrell, you were in my court, and I watched you because you were sitting in the back. And you were sort of a dichotomy of things for me. Because as you sat back in the back of the courtroom, you sat there very respectful. You had your ball cap on. You took your ball cap off. you did everything. You sat in that back row, just patient as all could be. When you came up, you again, initially it was fine. You were maybe upset by the charges, but a lot of people were like that.
Right.
And it was going fine, and I could overhear, just so that you understand what I was trying to do. I overheard as you were talking to your attorney that you didn't have a phone,
Right.
you didn't have email. More than anything in the world, I was worried that you weren't going to be able to have adequate time. I would have just normally set it 2 weeks out, done whatever. And I was trying to give more time, not to delay it,
Yeah.
but to try to make sure that if you had to get in touch with Miss Perry by letter, you guys had to do that or do whatever,
Yeah. Yeah. See, I was thinking
that
about the other.
there be time for that to happen. And that seemed to aggravate you, but I think, when I look at it, you were aggravated because you thought the system was kind of dragging out.
Good.
But I was doing that for your benefit.
My apologies. I'm again misunderstood.
And so then when you wanted me to, then you wanted it done sooner. So then I said, okay, I'll move. I just said, well, move up to date. I didn't know it wasn't going to be helpful for you, but what the
Lost track
heck?
at that point.
And then that's when you went off.
I did.
And I've had people go off in front of me before. Doesn't bother me. It's gonna happen, I guess. But you just got yourself worked out to the point that as you were headed down and out, I'm just thinking, you're not. I don't know why you want to battle. It's a battle you can't win.
Right. Silly me.
Yeah, silly, stupid. There's a lot of words. Maybe start with that because it didn't make any sense,
No, not at all. You're right, man.
right? And I'm going to tell you something. And I'm not saying this to embarrass you because you're in good hands with the folks at the public defender's office. You need a break, right?
Yes, sir.
You need something to go in your direction.
Yes.
Yeah. And it seems everything, you can correct me if I'm wrong, everything you had been doing, none of it was quite working out. Trying to get rid of stuff. This was one of the things you wanted it done and gotten rid of so you could try to move on to that next thing.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying this again, I'm not saying this to embarrass you, but sometimes things get tough. You get yourself wound up. You get to a point, and then for a brief moment you regret it. You're not sure where to head. Am I right?
Yeah, sometimes.
And I think even that day, for a brief moment, you regretted what had happened.
Absolutely. As soon as I said it, but I was fueled.
And it's because when you got back there, and all of a sudden that door shut behind you and locked up, you realized something.
Oh man.
Yeah. And as it was described to me, right or wrong, you were sort of laying there on the floor crying.
Wrong. I was sorrowful.
Look,
I may or may not have.
no,
I don't
listen,
recall.
just listen. There's no embarrassment there.
Mhm.
There's not. I got it reported to me
Right.
because I was worried about you. I
Okay.
didn't. Nobody was trying to say to embarrass you or do anything. You had gotten yourself to a certain point. Something got out of control. And now you had to figure, you took a circumstance that was kind of bad, made it even worse. Now you have to figure out how to get out of that.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You had left here that day. You don't have a place to stay, do you?
No, I'm currently homeless.
Yeah.
The Delana Center.
Pardon?
The Delana Center.
But are you there most of the time?
They have a waiting list period.
Yeah.
So as long as you continue to check in, I think they do a triage. To know that you're interested in a room there. They'll continue to screen you, and when one comes available, they'll offer it for housing. Until then, you sleep wherever you can, couches, wherever, tents, bridges, parks. As long as the cops don't push you along.
So the reality is you didn't have a place to go, right?
Oh no, I don't have a place to go. No.
All right.
Judge, he's even sleeping.
Pardon?
He was sleep deprived. He's sleeping. He's got a roof over his
probably
head.
was sleep deprived a little bit too. Man, I couldn't stop falling asleep. Did you notice that? Couldn't, man.
I just thought it was my relaxing voice and personality. Mr. Allen, actually today, you look a whole lot better than you did that day.
Thank you. I feel better too.
Before you came in, when was the last time you ate?
I ate probably the day before.
So you hadn't eaten that whole day.
No. I actually went to eat, but I didn't have enough time to jump on the bus and come back, so I skipped it. Yeah. I think I may have had some donuts for breakfast, though.
Okay.
I think I may have.
What do you think I would do with you after what you did?
You can do anything you want with me, Your Honor.
Oh, I know I can.
What I would like you to do for me is to let me go, and we'll have continued scheduling of the September 4th date. And you'll see that I've told you the truth about the charges that are pending. They'll probably even get thrown out by then.
Pardon?
Once the prosecutor reviews them, they should probably get thrown out.
Well, probably you're about to try to make another mistake. And that is you're trying to practice law, even though it's about your case and you don't have a law degree. Why don't you leave it to the experts that are around you?
And,
Yeah.
sounds good.
I think he's suggesting that you suspend or hang it over his head. Contempt, if
What
not
was that we sent him in?
purge, Your Honor.
I got it here in here. It was the 7th. Today's the 7th.
Set him for September.
No, I know I set him for September, but I said sentence. Yeah. I can't just let you walk away from it. What you did is, so that you understand, this really isn't about you or me. It's about you,
Yeah.
but it isn't about me. You can say all those things you want, but the one thing in the past 25 years, I will tell you, I do not let people just disrespect this institution and walk away.
Right.
All right. It won't happen with me, and I'm sure Mr. Brown has told you that. I just don't.
Okay.
I understand, however, and balance that against sort of where you are and what you're trying to do. So we're currently set for September 4th at 9 a.m. What I'm going to do regarding the contempt, I'm going to work.
The judge has made his decision. He's not letting the defendant walk away from 558 days of contempt completely, but he's reducing it dramatically. He says, I'm going to reformulate the 558 days. You talked yourself into that. how you took a case with a maximum 30-day sentence and parlayed that into 558 days. That's something. He reduces it to 93 days, 6 of which he's already served. The remaining time is suspended until the next hearing. The judge tells him, whether or not you serve the rest is going to depend on your behavior, how you come into court. Then he adds, I don't ask anybody to talk up to me. They don't have to like me. But I'll tell you what, I like this Jarrell better than that other one. Then he says something revealing, I don't like doing it this way, but you'll have a place to eat regularly now. Maybe some benefit can come out of it. The judge is using the threat of jail to get this man off the streets, into a structured environment, and connected with social services. So I'll ask you, is this compassionate justice, or just a different form of punishment?
It this way. I will grant to a certain extent the motion, and I'm going to reformulate the 558 days that you talked yourself into. And when you're back there thinking, think about this, how you took a case with a maximum 30-day sentence and parlayed that to 558 days.
Right. Okay.
So what I'm going to do is take the 558 days. I will indicate defendant is to serve 93. I will give him credit for the 6 that he's been in and suspend at this time the balance.
Thank you.
When we come back, so it's down to 93 now. When we come back on the 4th, I'll consider whatever else I might do regarding that sentence.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Whether or not you serve the rest of it is going to be dependent upon your behavior, how you come into court. I don't ask anybody to, talk up to me. They don't have to like me. That's not my job. I'll tell you what, I like this Jarrell better than that other one I said.
Right.
So let's just keep that up. You'll at least, and I don't like doing it this way, and I don't like saying it, you'll have a place, right? You're going to be eating regularly, and you're going to be looking a whole lot better, I think. I don't like doing it this way, but
Right.
maybe some benefit can come out of it, and you'll be able to get with their aim division and see if we can just get certain things in place for you.
Right on.
All right, fair enough?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I can ask for. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, don't thank me. That man standing beside you, that's who you need to thank, because he was on me, and he was trying to explain and trying to make sure he didn't want to say anything off the record without Mr. Siller there, but he was in your corner batting for you. And so you ought to be thankful for that, because quite frankly, whether you sat there 558 days or not, I was going home for dinner. So wouldn't have mattered to me.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you. Write what I wrote in one file in the other one. Thank you. Okay. I let you go on, hoping that as you went on, you would start being, and then gave you the direct opportunity to just be honest. And none of those did you take.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Tanazi Carey Atkins on behalf of Ms. Casey Atkins, who is approaching. Ms. Atkins, state your name.
Casey Atkins.
All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, today's date time set for preliminary examinations involved. I'm sure the court recalls these are adjourned hearings. The defendant was being screened for mental health court in the 15th District Court. Unfortunately, she has been denied entry into that court. Ms. Kyriakin really wishes to explore 14B recovery course with her client, or on the alternative, proceed with exam. I did tell Ms. Kyriakin that I would need to talk to the victim in the assault matter about the 14B recovery course, or we could agree to screen for that. And otherwise, I do believe there's bond violation.
Okay, you're going to get to that eventually. Okay. Bond violation.
That is correct, Your Honor. We were indicated that there's a bond violation currently. Ms. Atkins, I asked her what it is that happened. She states Judge, that she was under the impression that she had been accepted into the mental health court because that had been the conversations that she had been having with counsel previously. She was waiting to hear from them and be given the new reporting schedule.
Excuse me?
Your Honor, she did test today. As soon as she came in, she did go and test today. She's been.
Okay, but the previous mistest, I heard what you just said, but I'm not sure on what planet that makes any sense.
I understand.
But I'll let you go on.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think the court is aware that Ms. Atkins has a significant host of health issues. She currently has congenital heart failure. She also has been dealing with a lot of medical appointments. She's the sole provider for her 13-year-old daughter. She thinks that she just completely misunderstood where she was in the
Misunderstood
process.
what part?
She would like to support, Your Honor.
Sure,
Yes.
have at it.
Yes, Your Honor. When I met with the mental health court, I was under the assumption that's who I was under now. And when I spoke with CMH Tia, she stated that I would be having to go once a week. I was awaiting that. I completely take full responsibility. It was my misunderstanding of my duty to show up weekly and call. And I am extremely sorry. I have started a new job. I started July 24th.
I had one test in June,
Yes, and then for
no
3 weeks.
test in July,
3 weeks ago.
and haven't had a test yet in August, except that you say she went over. She has missed all of her testing.
There was.
So at what point did she think all of this changed?
When I came to the last hearing is when I thought it changed. Prior to that, I had.
When was the last hearing? When you came to the last hearing, that's where you thought it changed, right?
When I went in and actually met with Mr.
Grappling.
The mental health. I also had back surgery, so there may be some myths due to my back surgery. I'm not quite for sure what date. I also had provided proof of COVID. That was back, I want to say maybe back in May. When he called me on Friday, he told me that I was 7 weeks out. I asked him if I could come in that day. He stated yes. Like I said, I just started a new job. I got up at 4:15, tried calling to see if I could come in.
You got a lot of excuses.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, you're right. It's.
I know,
my
I'm right.
misunderstanding.
And the last test, do you have a prescription for opiates?
I wasn't on my last, on my last one, I did yes, and they should have all those records for my medical records, from the surgery. Yes, sir. Because I had surgery on June 10th. I haven't been on any medication in quite.
June 10th?
Yeah, I believe it was June.
Then, and you were given.
Oh, maybe it was May 10th.
When was your surgery?
Maybe it was May 10th. Maybe
I'm trying to think.
10th.
Sir,
Mr. Allen.
I'm sorry, I'm really nervous. I'm trying.
Yeah, and you should be.
When was your surgery?
I want to say it was June 10th. June 10th is,
Then why does an opiate show up in May?
because I was on medications prior to the surgery. I was under I was having sciatic nerve pain, so I was seeing a doctor prior to the surgery.
Your Honor,
So if it shows up on the 17th, if you have surgery on the 10th, why on your test on May 23rd doesn't it show up?
I may have been taken off. I don't know, sir. I honestly, I cannot answer that. I didn't know I was positive on those. I do know that I was on medication for quite some time prior to the surgery. I don't like to be on the medication. I was doing okay. My sciatic nerve, it was like a hit or miss on some of those until it like the last 3 weeks prior to my surgery, 2 weeks prior to my surgery is when it got really bad. I was unable to walk or do anything. But it was never my intention to upset or disappoint my children, the courts, myself. I am really trying to get off public public assistant. I just recently got off. Like I said, I just started a new job July 24th. Just went in for another job at Trinity, that I did all my physical and drug testing yesterday, and I'm supposed to start that. I am the sole provider for my 13-year-old. We have no other family members whatsoever. If something is to happen to me, she would literally have to be in foster care because there is no one. My 19-year-old cannot financially support her, and we will lose everything. And I just would really like a second chance, Your Honor.
Judge, can we approach, please?
Ms. Lundy, there was something you wanted to say?
Oh, not me.
Your Honor, I know the court was talking about the opiates. I was able to confirm with community corrections just a moment ago too, on May the 3rd, there's a test, and the COCN is an abbreviation for cocaine.
I know.
I wasn't sure if the court had seen that abbreviation. It's the first time I've seen it on one of these reports. So I wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
Yeah, on May 3rd, she's tested
I don't.
cocaine. Then next thing I know, so she's got benzos and she's got THC and cocaine in her system May 3rd. May 6th, she misses her test. May 15th, she misses her test. When she finally shows up on May 17th, I had the benzo still in, THC, and now she's got an opiate. She's trying to tell me that it's because of her impending surgery, which is coming up in June. However, her next test on, well, May 17th, she comes up on May 23rd, it's negative, nothing showed. Then she misses her test. She then decides to come in on June 12th, which is after, I think, her determination that she's on some other type of schedule, and she's negative. Then from there on out, she hasn't tested.
Because I was using a wheelchair, a walker. And I don't know what date that was.
So I'm going to give you a shot. Ms. Atkins, you can tell me this, start telling me the truth, or you can keep going with these excuses. I'm not going to let you go very long because then I just got to do what I got to do.
Sir, I've been sober. Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Sir, I have been sober. If I've had some relapses, I have. My testing has been sporadic due to my inabilities for my
It's hard to spit out that you're using.
I don't want to be an addict, sir.
I know, but it's hard to spit out that you're using. That's why you're missing the test.
I've missed.
I didn't just start doing this yesterday.
No, I know you did not, Judge. You're viral. I know that.
Council approach.
Recording stopped.
I mean, I'm literally gonna lose my job in my home. I'm gonna lose my job, and I just got it July 24th. I'm gonna lose my home, and my 13-year-old has no one to take care of her. I am begging the court. I will go every day. I will do weekend court. I will do whatever, but I can't lose my job, and I don't have anyone to take care of my 13-year-old. Nobody, not one person in this world.
Ms. Atkins, I let you go on, hoping that as you went on, you would start being honest. I then gave you the direct opportunity to just be honest. And none of those did you take.
Your Honor, I have been honest. I would be willing to take a hair follicle
Let me
test,
tell you what.
but I don't want to lose my job that I just
I
worked
know
so
you
hard.
don't want to lose your job, and I don't want you to lose your life.
I don't want to lose my
Because
life.
what you're doing is you're deciding to test when it is okay for you just to go test. And you're coming back negative.
And Your Honor, I also
But
have
you're
medical.
using.
I also have medical records that they would not let me self-cath, and I was having to self-cath for about 4 weeks. And I also tried to, had talked to the probation officer about it. But Your Honor, I will lose everything. My daughter has no one to take care of her, and I don't know what to do about that because I have no family members. My test is negative today.
Your Honor, if I can get documentation about her medical issues and match it up with any information from community corrections, would the court be willing to at least?
I will look at anything that you will give me, but I will tell you that I mean, why didn't you go in on the 9th when they told you that they were gonna violate you?
I tried to go in. I didn't get off until 4 o'clock. I called him. I'm working in Romulus. I left a message with him. I called at 4:15. They told me I had to be there by 4:30. I left a message on his book and that I would come in that day, Saturday, Monday, and
Why didn't you then go in on the 12th?
on Monday,
Yeah,
because I was at work and
no.
I was at work. I actually
Miss
went in for a drug
Atkins,
test,
here's
so
the reason
I
you
did
didn't
another
go-
drug test. on
Here's the
Monday.
reason you didn't go in on the 12th. You were giving yourself one more day to try to come back clean. That's all you were
Sir, I
doing.
took
That's
the drug
all
test
you've
on
been doing.
Monday.
You know what?
I'm sorry.
Like I said, I've been doing this a while. Addicts try to overtalk me all the time.
Sorry.
I'll adjourn this matter out to August 22nd, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. At this point, defendant's bond is revoked. Defendant's remanded.
There will that be a PCC or a PT on the 22nd?
That'd be I can't do it. I'll just go back to PCC.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
And there you have it. The judge reduced Daryl Jarrell's contempt sentence from 558 days to 93 days, with credit for 6 days served, and suspended the balance until the September 4th hearing. The defendant had cursed out the judge 6 times in open court, dropping F-bombs and telling the court to kiss my ass. After the judge tried to give him more time to prepare his case. But the judge also recognized the defendant's desperate circumstances. Homeless, hungry, sleep-deprived, and at rock bottom. The judge's compromise was to hold the defendant accountable. 93 days is no joke, but to give him a path forward. Good behavior could mean release. More outbursts could mean serving the rest. The broader implication here is crucial. Contempt of court is serious. Judges have enormous discretion to punish disrespect, and they will use it. In this case, the maximum penalty was 558 days. The judge reduced it to 93. But that's still 93 days in jail for words. Words matter. Respect matters. And when you lose your temper in a courtroom, the consequences can be life-altering. If you found this case as fascinating as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. We'll see you in the next session.